So this session, I'm going to discuss about the various creams. So the first cream is an moisturizing cream. So what is moisturizing cream? So the moisturizing cream, from the name only, you can easily identify that it is related to the moisture. Okay, so this cream is main mechanism or main function is it will retain the moisture in the skin, or you can say it will provide the moisture to the skin indirectly. Okay, so why it is necessary or what is the need of moisturizing cream? So in particular season or in the dry season, whenever the water it will be lost from the stratum corneum. Okay, stratum corneum is the first layer of epidermis. We know that there are various uh, layers are there in the epidermis, like stratum corneum, stratum germinativum, and stratum spinosum. There are various layers are there. The first most layer is in stratum corneum. Okay, so in dry season or in a particular seasons, so when the water it will be lost from the first layer or epidermis, so there will be an loss of water from the epidermis very rapidly. Okay, so what the stratum corneum he will do? He will take the moisture from the deeper layer, okay, to the stratum corneum, and that water also it get lost. So continuously the water it will get lost from the stratum corneum. Okay, then stratum corneum it will take some water from the deeper layer of the skin to the stratum corneum, and then that water also it will get evaporated. So continuously the water will get evaporated from the skin. There will be loss of moisture or loss of water from skin. Okay, so that's why the skin will become very rough, and you can say it will get dehydrated. Okay, so once the skin will get dehydrated or rough, then definitely the skin it will lost its flexibility. Okay, it lost its flexibility, it become very rough, and various itching or different disease also it may come. Okay, so now what is our aim is to will apply a particular type of cream which will retain that moisture in the skin for a long time. Okay, there will be no loss of water from the skin. Okay, so how it will happen or what is the main mechanism involved here? So whenever we apply a moisturizing cream over the skin, as we know that any cream having the aqueous phase and the oil phase. Okay, so whenever we apply a moisturizing cream, okay, the water it will get evaporated, and there is a layer of oil it will be there over the skin. Okay, so whenever you apply the moisturizing cream, the water it will get little bit evaporated, and the oil it will be remain as a thin layer over the skin. Okay, now whatever the moisture or water is present in the stratum corneum, it is unable to pass that oil layer. Okay, because that oil layer is hydrophobic in nature and water is an hydrophilic, so definitely they will repel. So that's why the water whatever is present in the stratum corneum, they can't pass through the oily layer, okay, which will be provided by the moisturizing cream. Okay, so the moisture it can't pass the oily layer, it and can't evaporate, so the moisture it will remain in the skin only. Okay, so once definitely the moisture it will retain on the skin it will gain its flexibility. Okay, it will not remain as an rough. Okay, so this is the main mechanism of moisturizing cream. Okay, even some cream is having some humectant. Okay, humectant it will provide the moisture also. Okay, some cream itself it's having some humectant which will provide moisture. Okay, now the cream which restore water or moisture and plasticizes the stratum corneum, provides its flexibility and make it soft are known as moisturizing cream. Okay, so because of the oily layer, the moisture it can't pass through the oily layer and it will remain in the stratum corneum or in the skin. So that's why it will retain its flexibility on the skin. Okay, it remains soft. So that's why the definition is that the cream which restore water or moisture, plasticizes the stratum corneum and provides flexibility and make it soft are known as moisturizing cream. Okay, so now what is the advantages of moisturizing cream? So the main advantage or main function you already know that it moisturizes the skin, okay, and help in keeping the skin soft and flexible. That is the main function of moisturizing cream. Okay, now next one is it can be applied more times without a fear of damaging the skin. Means it's not like that suppose once you apply and having some fear that whether I have to apply again or not, whether it will cause some side effects or some problem to the skin. It is not like that. Moisturizing cream can be applied more time without any fear of damaging the skin. Okay, next one, moisturizing can treat various skin disease or skin conditions like normally the dry skin or any condition like eczema. Eczema is one type of skin disorder or conditions you can say where there is a more itching or redness is there, eczema. Okay, so moisturizing cream it will treat that type of skin condition or disorder also like eczema. Okay, next one is most of these creams can be used all over the body, including the face. Okay, so moisturizing cream you can apply that in all over the body, including the face. Okay, so those are the advantages of moisturizing cream. Okay, the main function already I said it moisturizes the skin. It will keep the skin soft and flexible. Okay, we can apply more time without a fear of damage or any problem to the skin. It will treat a certain condition, skin condition like eczema. Okay, and we can apply the moisturizing cream all over the body, including the face. Okay, now coming to the disadvantage. Okay, there are some disadvantage also there for moisturizing cream. The moisturizing cream, or almost you can say that all creams containing a certain types of oils, or suppose and fats or waxes. So whenever we use that moisturizing cream, so whenever you apply it, already I said that it will provide a layer of oil or a fatty layer, okay, over the skin. Okay, you can say that oily layer or hydrophobic layer over the skin. So whenever there is an particular substances or ingredient like lanolin, mineral oil, or suppose some particular fats, so that can block the hair follicles. You know that the skin having hair follicles and we have a small pores. Okay, so in hair follicles or whatever the pores are there, that can be blocked by that type of substance like fats or various oils, mineral oils. So once the water will get evaporated, okay, so whatever the oily substance are there, that can block that particular hair follicles or pores. Okay, it's called that clogging of the pores. Okay, which will mainly initiated acne, acne, acne. There is one type of skin disorder, a problem, acne. So acne is an, I think you have heard in various ad that some creams are there which will be good for whiteheads, blackheads. Okay, so same acne also same thing. The acne is an one type of disorder. So where it will be initiated by pimples or blackheads. Okay, so whenever uh, we apply a moisturizing cream if any ingredients like fats or oils are there in that moisturizing cream, so that oils or fats it can block or clog that pores, okay, normally which is present in the hair follicles. So once it will be blocked, it can initiate the appearance of various pimples, blackheads called acne. Okay, so this is one type of disadvantage. Now next disadvantage uh, is they can interfere, the moisturizing cream they can interfere with certain types of drugs like tretinoin is there, or alpha hydroxy acids. So those tretinoins and alpha hydroxy acids are one type of uh, drugs which will be mainly used to treat the acne like pimples or blackheads. To treat that uh, particular type of disorder, certain creams are having those type of drugs like tretinoin and alpha hydroxy acids. So suppose once any patient or any particular person having that acne problem and he has applied a certain types of not moisturizing cream, a certain other types of cream, that creams having tretinoin or alpha hydroxy acid. So whenever he apply that cream, okay, so definitely the drug will be present in the skin. So after a certain time, whenever he will apply that moisturizing cream, it can interfere with the action of those particular drug whichever he already applied to treat the acne. Okay, so moisturizing cream and certain types of drug they can interfere. Okay, so it will be mainly impact on the action of those particular drugs. Okay, so this is second disadvantage. Now third disadvantage is there are certain points like it is mentioned by dermatologist that whenever there is a dry skin, okay, without applying of any cream, without applying the moisturizing cream, when there is a dry skin, the dry skin it can reflect the UV rays better than the hydrated skin. Okay, so without applying a cream, whenever we go outside, suppose, so UV rays whenever it will come in contact with our skin, the dry skin it will reflect back that UV rays. But once we applied any type of creams like moisturizing cream, okay, so once we moisturizing cream we applied, so what does it means? That the moisture or the water it will be still present in the skin, means the skin is hydrated. Okay, once you apply the moisturizing cream, definitely the moisture will be present in more amount in the skin, means the skin become hydrated. So once the skin become hydrated, so after applying the moisturizing cream if you go outside, okay, so once the UV rays it will come in contact with your skin, the skin it will not reflect back that UV rays in compared to the dry skin. So that is an some dermatologist they uh, given that advice, or they feel that the dry skin it will give better reflection to the UV rays compared to the hydrated skin. Okay, so this is the third point. The fourth point is after applying that moisturizing cream, as you know that there is a very layer will form by the oil or fatty substance. So normally the skin become little bit greasy. Okay, like oily texture will be there, then greasy. Okay, on some heavy feel is there. Okay, because it is not that much of thin layer. Okay, compared to the other cream, it will not that much of a thin layer. Okay, so there is a chance of little bit heavy feel or like some greasiness is there, oiliness is there. And even if suppose that type of creams it can stain that cloth also, means if you wear the cloth, so it can stain, or there is some appearance of some color also there, okay, in the cloth it can damage the cloth by staining. Okay, so this is the advantage and disadvantage of moisturizing creams. Now coming to that formulation, so this is a one type of formulation having various ingredients. You can see that. So there is a stearic acid, the mineral oil, lanolin. glycerol monostearate, isopropyl myristate, glycerin, propylene glycol, triethanolamine, water, and perfume preservative. Okay, now whatever I said before, that whenever any formula will be given to you, it means that based on the formula, you have to prepare a particular cream. Okay, this is the formula. Based on that, based on the ingredients and its quantity, you have to prepare that particular cream. Okay, so now whenever you prepare a particular cream, I already said that first you have to find out which one will come under hydrophilic and which one is come under hydrophobic. Means whenever you prepare a cream, you will have in two beaker. One beaker you will have the aqueous substances, and another beaker you have the oily substance. Then both the beaker you have to heat, then you have to mix. Okay, and you have to stir, and then you'll get a cream with a better consistency. Now, whenever you have a formula, you have to first select or you have to find out that which one is which what are the substance that will comes under aqueous phase or what are the substance which will comes under oil phase. So you should have the clear idea regarding all the ingredients in the formulation. Okay. Now, first is the stearic acid. Stearic acid already I said is a fatty substance. Stearic acid it is a fat or fatty substance. Same mineral oil. What is the use of mineral oil? Mineral oil and lanolin, it can be used as an emollients. Okay, it is in use as an emollients. Okay, then water is present definitely. So now any cream already said it is in one type of emulsion. Okay, so for emulsion you need an surfactants or emulsifying agents to make a stable form. Okay, now glycerol monostearate here is act as an emulsifying agent in this type of moisturizing cream. Okay, glycerol monostearate. Okay, next is the isopropyl myristate. Its use is for an providing a moisture to that particular product. Okay, it is used as a moisturizer. Now next is the glycerin and propylene glycol, which is an act as an humectants. Okay, and triethanolamine it is an act as an pH modifier. Means if you want to adjust the pH, then you have to add the triethanolamine to adjust the pH of that particular product. Okay, now you know that to use mineral oil and lanolin use an emollient, glycerol monostearate as an emulsifying agent, isopropyl myristate as a moisturizer. Okay, means itself it also can give or provide a moisturizing effect. Okay, glycerin and propylene glycol act as an humectant, triethanolamine act as an pH modifier. Now here the stearic acid, mineral oil, and lanolin, glycerol monostearate. Okay, then isopropyl myristate. These five ingredients are comes under the oil phase because stearic acid definitely is a fatty substance. Mineral oil, lanolin also an hydrophobic substance. Glycerol monostearate and isopropyl myristate both are insoluble in water and they are better miscible in oil. So that's why we'll take this glycerol monostearate and isopropyl myristate in a beaker where the other fatty substance or hydrophobic substance are present. Okay. Now next is the glycerin, propylene glycol, and triethanolamine. All are soluble in water, but triethanolamine normally will not use before because after preparation of the product, then we can add the pH modifier to adjust the pH. Okay, so we'll take the glycerin and propylene glycol in aqueous phase. Okay, preservative also we can add in aqueous phase, or preservative perfume you can add in the last when the temperature will be decreased after stirring of these two phases. When the temperature will be decreasing to 40 to 45 degrees, then we can add preservative and perfume. Already I said in that manufacturing of cream. Okay, now what is in my first beaker? In that aqueous phase I'll have water, glycerin, propylene glycol. Okay, what will be in my oil phase? Stearic acid, mineral oil, then lanolin, glycerol monostearate, and isopropyl myristate. Okay, so both these beaker I have to heat. Same procedure. The manufacturing of cream is almost same for all. So we'll have the two beaker having two phases. Both have to heat to 65 to 70 degree. Then we have to add these two. Okay, then we have to continuous stirring and mixing, and definitely we have to remove from the heating zone. Okay, so when there is a continuous stirring and mixing, the temperature will be decreased and there will be good consistency. The product with a good consistency, it will appear. Okay, then when the temperature will be decreased to 40 to 45, then you can add perfume and preservative. Then there will be a final mixing, stirring, then you'll get the product. Okay, so this is about the moisturizing cream. Okay, next coming to the second one, it's called the vanishing cream. Okay, vanishing cream, from the name only you can easily identify that after application the cream, the cream it will get disappear. It will not like the moisturizing cream. Okay, moisturizing cream, it will be little bit not that much of thick, but there will be good appearance of, and cream will be there. Means you can easily see that there will be a layer of oily substance or layer of a cream is there. Okay, that's why the person can feel little bit heavy or a greasiness or oiliness. But vanishing cream is then completely different from a moisturizing cream. Vanishing cream, whenever you apply to the skin after rubbing, then it will get disappear rapidly. Okay, it will get disappear rapidly, so it is not seen visibly. So as it will provide an and film over the skin, but it is been very thin. Okay, and it is not visible like moisturizing cream. Okay, so once it will be rubbed, then it will get disappear. Okay, so that type of cream, it will be composed of emollient ester. Okay, so emollient also there, so it will give an little bit apparent film or very thin layer, but it is not visible. Okay, now vanishing cream is containing a main ingredient is stearic acid. Okay, stearic acid is the most important main ingredient of vanishing cream, means as a fatty substance. Okay, now stearic acid, what is the properties or main characters of the stearic acid? The stearic acid appears as an solid like crystals. Okay, a round shape crystals like this called stearic acid. Okay, so it isn't solid. Now once you heat, okay, over the body temperature, like once you heat up to 40 degree or 45-degree, then it will get melt. Okay, so whenever you take an stearic acid, okay, to prepare a cream, so once you apply, once you rub, then some heat will generate, and definitely the cream or the stearic acid will get melt easily. Even once we prepare the cream, vanishing cream with the stearic acid, once we heat, the stearic acid will get melt. Okay, then while we are adding the two phases, then whenever you mix it, the temperature will be decreased and stearic acid become very thick. Because when the temperature will become low, the stearic acid, it will not remain as a liquid, it will try to get little bit solid, so it will be very much thick. Okay, so that's why the cream, it will be easily formed. Once you prepare the vanishing cream, it can form in cream because of the stearic acid. Now stearic acid, once you will apply it, okay, definitely it will get melt on the body temperature, over the body temperature once you rub it. Okay, but once the temperature will be decreased, okay, then it will form in very little like crystallizes. It will be crystallizes. Okay, and it will give an very much attractive appearance. You know that whenever any uh, substance, whenever we heat this to melt, when it will get melt, and then again it will lower the temperature, then it will formation of in crystals. So there is an properties of a stearic acid, it will melt over the or above the body temperature, and then it will get crystallizes. Okay, and when the film will form, a thin film will form. Okay, that film it will be little bit very good appearance or attractive look will be there. Okay, but it is not means that there is an visible of a layer of crystals. It is not like that. Once you apply the creams, it will be not visible, but you can see that the skin it will be little bit attractive look will be there. Okay, it is because of the stearic acid. And whenever you prepare a vanishing cream with the stearic acid, the cream look like a very white in nature. So that's why this also called in snow. Okay, that type of cream is also called as in snow. Okay, snow we know that in winter it will appear. So that's why because of their white color product, so it is also called as in snow. Okay, so the main ingredient is stearic acid. Okay, so now vanishing cream, already I said once you apply the vanishing cream, as it will be not appeared. Okay, it will be invisible. So we can apply other product also like makeups. The makeup we can apply after applying the vanishing cream. So as vanishing cream is not visible, ultimately whatever the makeup or other products will be applied after applying the vanishing cream, that will be appearing. Okay, so it can be used as a base for other products. Okay, now coming to the advantages. So it is used as a skin moisturizer and skin cleanser. Okay, so as we know that stearic acid, it will be making very thin film. It will be not visible, but there is a thin film over the skin will be there. So because of that, because of the stearic acid which is present on the skin after applying the vanishing cream, so the moisture which is present in the stratum corneum, they are unable to pass that layer of stearic acid. So the moisture it will retain on the skin. Okay, so the vanishing cream it can also act as a moisturizer, even skin cleanser also. Means after applying we can easily, we can use an cotton or suppose water, we can clean the skin. Okay, but the most important part is an it is an uses an moisturizer and the base for the other product. Okay, skin cleanser is a very secondary. Skin cleanser, uh, the cold cream, okay, or cleansing cream, there is another type of cream is there, cold cream. So that cold cream or cleansing cream can be used as an skin cleanser, but here that vanishing cream as a skin cleanser is a secondary point, not a primary point. Okay, now the second advantage is that softening the skin and provides a shiny texture on the skin. So already I said because of the stearic acid, it will give an shiny texture to the skin. Okay, next is then use as a base on the skin. Already I said that it can be used as a base for the other product. Then used to blemish any pimples or scar. So if any person having the pimples or suppose any uh, mark on the skin, so after applying the vanishing cream, that are not visible, it can diminish or it can be removed that pimples or any spot like scars. It prevents the skin chapping and roughness. Okay, definitely the roughness and chapping means suppose any crack or any suppose very rough, the skin is very dry. Okay, so that type also it can prevent. How? Because that vanishing cream will also act as an moisturizer. So once it will act as a moisturizer, so definitely after applying the vanishing cream, the moisture it will retain on the skin, and the skin it will not get rough. Okay, so it can prevent also the skin roughness or chapping. Okay, so these are the advantages of vanishing cream. Next, the disadvantage. So there are some certain compounds are there which can causes allergies. Like sometimes a particular person can have allergy to the stearic acid, or sometimes some vanishing cream, almost almost all vanishing creams having some alkaline substance. okay, some alkalis. So that can cause some skin allergies to a particular person, okay, but is not for all, for a particular persons who having that allergy problem with that certain compound. Okay, and another one is then this cream has a drying effect on the skin. So after applying, you know that the water will get evaporated. So there is some chance that it has some drying effect on the skin. And the skin reaction like itching, peeling, irritation, redness, this might happen. Okay, so it is not for all. It might happen. Means if a person having an allergy reaction with a certain mm, certain ingredients, okay, or suppose a particular type of substance. So because of that, the person can feel some itching problem or suppose an irritation or redness. Okay, so this is a disadvantage. And now coming to that formulation, so you can say that stearic acid. So it is a very common, all vanishing cream having stearic acid, potassium hydroxide, glycerin, and water, perfume, preservative. And now you see that stearic acid will be there. Okay, glycerin is used as an humectant. Now, what is the use of potassium hydroxide here? Already said that all the creams are in emulsion type, so there will be an aqueous phase and oily phase. So definitely the aqueous phase having water and glycerin, this is an aqueous phase. Now the oily phase having stearic acid. Now the stearic acid we have to melt it to 65 to 70 degree, that will get melt. Then the other beaker having water and glycerin. So then if we add this content, then if you mix it, then it will be formation of a cream. But where is the emulsifying agent? Because without an emulsifying agent, the cream formation or the emulsion formation, it will not stable. So definitely we have to add one emulsifying agent. But potassium hydroxide is not an emulsifying agent. So what is the use of potassium hydroxide here? Anyhow, the potassium hydroxide also we have to add in aqueous phase, because potassium hydroxide and alkalis are soluble in water. Okay, so in one beaker, or you can take a china dish, it is having only stearic acid, and another beaker we have water, glycerin, and potassium hydroxide. Okay, now what is the use of the potassium hydroxide? The potassium hydroxide and alkalis. Now the main thing is stearic acid is a fatty substance. Okay, so those fatty substance, it will react with the alkalis. Okay, and the reaction is called saponification. Okay, so the reaction is called saponification. So when the fatty substance, it will react with the alkaline substance, there is a formation of a soft soap. Okay, soft soap. Okay, and we know that soap is an one type of substance which will be act as an emulsifying agent. Okay, so whenever you add this stearic acid with that other ingredient means water, glycerin, and potassium hydroxide. So whenever you add these two, there should be a proper mixing for a long time, so that the stearic acid and the potassium hydroxide which is present in the another beaker, the stearic acid and potassium hydroxide, they should react properly. Once they react properly, then there is a formation of a soft soap. That soft soap will be act as an emulsifying agent, so that the mixing and the formation of a cream, it will get stable. Okay, so I think it's clear. So stearic acid, water, glycerin, and potassium hydroxide, you have to heat, same procedure. We have to heat, then you have to mix the content, you have to continue stirring. Okay, you have to remove from the heating zone. It will be very much thick and good consistency product will appear. And when the temperature will be decreased to 40 to 45 degree, then we can add perfume and preservative. Okay, then you continue the mixing to get in final product. Okay, the next one is cold cream. Okay, so now what is cold cream? Cold cream, same from the name you can say that cold cream, it will give an cooling effect. It will give an cooling effect to the skin. Okay, as well as it will also act for a cleaning action also. Okay, so cold cream is an emulsion of fat and water which will be used to clean and soften the skin. Okay, so main use is the cleaning of the skin and softening. Okay, so after applying the cold cream, if we use some cotton, then we can apply the cotton to clean the skin. Okay, this is an water and oil type of emulsion. Water in oil. Okay, water and oil type of emulsion. So water will be in the internal phase. Okay, in vanishing cream, the water will be in the external phase. Water will be in the external phase, means oil in water. Oil in water. So water will be the external phase. So once you apply, as water is in the external phase, it will get evaporated, and there will be only thin film of stearic acid in vanishing cream. Here, the water is in internal phase. So once you apply that cream, the water it will not evaporated or not lost rapidly. Okay, slowly it will get evaporated. So because of that slow evaporation of water, it will give an cooling effect to the skin. Okay, so whenever you know there is an suppose sweating. Okay, so once the water will get evaporated, so will get some cooling effect. So same here, the water which is present in the internal phase, that will slowly it will get evaporated. Okay, then there will be cooling effect will be there. Okay, then already I said that after applying the cold cream, by using an cotton or by using water, we can clean the skin also. Okay, so cold cream has been used to remove the makeup gently at the end of the day, and it can also be used to soften the rough skin on the knees and elbows, or to keep the skin protected from the harsh winter weather. Okay, so it will be given cooling effect, it will be softening the skin, it will be used to clean the skin also. Okay, now what is the main ingredient in the cold cream? The beeswax and borax. Okay, beeswax is an wax substance and borax is an alkalis. So I think it's clear. This cold cream, it will give in cooling effect. Why? Because of the slow evaporation of water present in the internal phase of the cream. Okay, by applying the cold cream, we can clean the skin also. Now coming to the advantage of cold cream. So the cold cream, so it will be, yeah, it will contain enough amount of water and oil. They keep the skin safe from that rough environment. Okay, so because of that oil, so definitely maximum cream, whether it is a moisturizing cream also, it will make the skin become soft and flexible. Even vanishing cream also act as a moisturizer. Even cold cream also, as it is an oil is present, so definitely it will also give and softness to the skin. Okay, even it will also act as a moisturizer, because whenever any cream you apply, definitely there is an oily substance or fatty substance will be present, and after applying the cream, the fatty substance it will never get evaporated, only water will get evaporated, and ultimately the oily substance or fatty substance it will present in your skin unless and until you will remove it. So once the oily substance or the fatty substance will be present on the skin, whatever the moisture is present on the epidermis or in the stratum corneum, they are unable to cross that layer of fat or oily substance, so it will retain in the stratum corneum or retain in the epidermis. So that's why almost all cream is used as an moisturizer. Okay, it can, the third point, you can see that it can be used as an balm for the dry cracked lips. Okay, the lips having very thin skin layer, so it can be used as a balm for dry cracked lips. Okay, so what is the disadvantage? That they contain an petroleum or beeswax. Okay, so you know that beeswax or fatty substance already said that it can cause blocking or clogging of the pores. Okay, which will uh, resulting in appearance of pimples or blackheads or whiteheads. Okay, so that is an one type of problem for mm, cold cream. Okay, it's because cold cream having beeswax, okay, fatty substance, so that can block or clog this uh, pores, and which will be resulting in appearance of pimples. Okay, because you know that there is an oil in, sorry, water in oil type, water in oil, so external phase is the oil or fatty substance. So once you'll apply it, so it can block or clog this pores, which is resulting in the appearance of pimples. Okay, it might also dark complexion if overuse. If we'll use more and more time, there is a chance that the skin will become little bit dark complexion. So this is then formulation or formula of a cold cream. So you can see that there is an white beeswax, liquid paraffin, borax, rose oil used as in preservative, and water. Sorry, rose oil used as in perfume. Here you can add a preservative also, no problem. Okay, so here first you have to select the aqueous phase and the oily phase. So the oily phase having beeswax and liquid paraffin, and the aqueous phase having water and borax. Borax is used as an alkalis. Already said that borax is an alkalis which will easily get soluble in water. So in one beaker you have water and alkalis like borax, and another beaker you have beeswax and liquid paraffin. So both you have to heat. Okay, then you have to mix it. So there should be a proper mixing of, because the beeswax and the borax, they should properly mix and they should react. Same here also, same like in vanishing cream, there is a no particular emulsifying agent. Okay, there is no emulsifying agent particularly. So that's why the beeswax and the borax, react when they react, there is an saponification reaction, and there is a formation of a soft soap, which will be act as an emulsifying agent. Okay, so two beaker, same, you have to heat. Okay, then you have to mix these two, then continuous mixing or stirring. When the temperature will be decreased, then you can add rose oil and preservative. Okay, continuous stirring until we'll get an final product with a good consistency. Okay, so this is about these three creams: moisturizing cream and vanishing cream and cold cream. You have to know what is that uh, main function of those creams, what is the general formula, and how we prepare that, and what is the advantages of those creams and what are the disadvantages of those creams. Okay,